Well, with that, I think he did a pretty good job, so I'll open it up for questions. Is that how it's supposed to go? No. Here you go, Bubba. We got to work on his hands. He's got great hands. His dad's a football coach, though, so he's better catching a different shape of a ball. But I'm very excited to be here, and I thank you for all of the support in this room right now. Really, the amount of people in here and the attention this is drawing, I think definitely shows not only where Fresno State women's basketball has been, but where we're headed. I want to start real quick recognizing some of the alums that are in the room, and definitely our key ingredient, our student athletes. Thanks, ladies, for being here. And I see in the back of the room as well, we've got definite support back there. I also want to start by thanking some important people. Okay, obviously, I would not be here without the support of our president, without Thomas, without Betsy, Jan, the whole search committee. To have their support and to really feel good about the relationship and the foot that we got off to was a key step for me in making this big transition. I also felt when I started to talk to Thomas and also President Welty when I spoke with him, they impressed me so much with their concern and care for student athletes. And obviously they care about their student athletes here at Fresno State, but it meant a lot to me that they cared about the young ladies that I just left at Utah State. They put them first. They wanted to make sure this transition was as smooth for the Bulldogs as it was for the Aggies, and I really appreciate you for that. And again, that message, I heard it, and it was a crucial piece in me shaking that hand and saying this is a done deal. I also, that's a great segue for me to thank Utah State. When I got the job at Utah State, I was as young as you can imagine. I was green, I was naive, and I was probably inexperienced, but I was passionate and I was excited for that opportunity, and I believed in what Utah State could do. And I want to thank former President Hall, President Stan Albrecht, the ADs that I've worked for, including Scott Barnes, for their support and letting me grow, letting me develop as a coach, providing me mentorship and that feedback that as a young coach you need. And I also want to thank the young ladies at Utah State that I coached, because they went through growing pains with a young coach as well. And then these past few years, the young ladies that are there right now, I adore them. They're a part of my soul. They're special. And I will miss them greatly, and I wish them the best of luck. But they're competitors, and I'm competitors, so I wish them the best of luck until we see them on the court. With that, I also want to introduce and thank my family, my husband Keith, who Keith is all too familiar with coaching college athletics. We met, he was a college football coach, and he is very, very supportive, the most supportive husband I could imagine. And I was blessed beyond belief when I stood on top of a mountain and said I do. Because you don't know until you're in that seat of being a head coach and being a mom and being a wife what it's going to take to make you good. And this man right here makes me good. He also understands that this profession is not a profession for me, it's a way of life. And he participates in that way of life. My kids, Joe and Harper, hi guys. You look good in red. We've got coaches in this room, and being kids of coaches is not easy. They've got sisters at home in Utah that they're getting ready to say bye to, that wear that blue and white, and they're also excited to welcome these girls here at Fresno State. And Joe, you're going to do great here, buddy. I'm so proud of you and the young man that you are. And Harper, you're a doll, girl. She's 5 going on 50. And we're going to keep working on those ball handling skills and maybe turn her into a Bulldog before we know it. My dad, who's not here right now, my dad was my first coach. He is definitely the man that I've role modeled my coaching philosophy behind. My dad always found a way to coach. Whether he got paid for it or he volunteered for it, he always found a way to coach. He came home, he'd eat dinner with his family, he'd throw us in the car with him, we'd go and participate in whatever sport season it was. He was an excellent coach, but what he taught me has really molded the type of coach that I am. And it's not about a paycheck, it's not always about the wins and losses, it's about relationships. And we're going to carry that into Fresno State women's basketball. We will build and continue the success that this program's had. We will continue to have it, and the foundation of it will be on relationships. It will be about transforming lives. It will be about you guys continuing to make me a better person, but more importantly, you have my commitment and my investment, and our staff, when we get that going, we will invest everything we have to help you all achieve your goals and become the amazing women you're already on your way to becoming. I definitely know that there's expectations here. That's part of why I took the job. There's expectations always in my life. I want to be the best wife that I can be, the best mom that I can be, and the best coach that I can be. And I don't care if you're walking into a program where there's a vacancy because a coach wasn't getting it done, or a coach was getting it done, like Adrian Wiggins was. There's always going to be those expectations, and they're high. And I wanted to be the coach of a program, whether it was continuing on at Utah State or this great opportunity like Fresno State where the expectations are championships. And this is a great opportunity as we head into the Mountain West Conference, which I feel I have a really good sense of what we need to win those championships, that we're going to be able to do that. We're going to be able to do it with everything that I just mentioned before. Focusing on the student-athletes' academics. We'll continue to graduate these young women. They're doing a great job as it is right now. And that's a great thing that I get to just receive the baton and hand it off. We will do it in ways that they have already proven to be successful. I think something that was exciting for me in looking at this team is I knew who Kiki was on the court. And I knew who Rosie was and Sheedy was and all these young women. I knew who they were. I remember watching Gina in high school and watching her develop. There's a lot of these young women, I feel like I know where their left hand's at and their right hand's at, what their strength is and their weaknesses are. And I'm excited about continuing to build upon that. I also know that this team's had a lot of success doing some of the things that I love to do, and that's playing up-tempo basketball. We're going to get aggressive defensively. It's not in my personality to be passive, to sit in a half court, and to slow this game down. We're playing up-tempo, and we're going to go and expose these strengths that these ladies have. It's something in the Mountain West that I think you can have a lot of success with, and have you seen the San Diego States and the UNLVs rise to the top of that league? That's the style of play they play, and we got to be ready, ladies. We got to be ready because it's good basketball in that league. And I know that you guys are fired up and ready to go too.